Hey, boff! How's it going? Okay. Right, I've been talking a lot lately about resistance bands. And so I thought it's about time that I did a video actually working out with the bloody things. Okay. So I'm feeling good today. Okay. Anyway, so before we start, let's make sure you warm up first. I don't mean, oh, by the fire. Oh, that's nice. No, okay. When I say a warm up, walking on the spot, doing some arm curls, some that, some of this, some of that. Just get yourself warmed up, run on the spot, whatever. 5 to 10 minutes, get yourself warmed up, get those joints nice and warm, the muscle nice and warm. You don't want to pull something and then you can't work out for weeks. No. Second thing you need to do is have the resistance bands, obviously, okay? So I've got a couple of sets of resistance bands here, simply because different muscle groups sometimes require more resistance. So for my arms, I've got these small ones here. I got 2 of these, okay, for the arms. For the chest and back, I've got a slightly bigger one with more resistance. And then I've got, for the legs, then I've got this heavier one then, because obviously the legs tend to be the strongest part. If you're starting out, then you may not need this, but I've been doing it for a while now, so I'm a little teeny bit stronger. Okay. So the first thing we're going to start on is chesticles. Okay. Now I like to start by putting it over my wrist like this. Can you see that? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. This reminds me of, do you remember that, I don't know if any of you remember this in school, but it'd always be some person, usually a girl, who would do like a cat's cradle. I don't know why it was called a cat's cradle. And they'd have a bit of string and they would do this and then do that and then do this and then do that. And it would be like a thing like that. And they go, look at that. And like, oh, whatever. Okay. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I put it over my wrist like that and then grab it like this under my thumb and forefinger. Just about said that then. Okay. And the reason I do that is because when you put it around your back, thus so, across the top of your back like that, you've got a little bit of tension on it because you don't want to start with it floppy. That's what she said. Anyway, okay, you want to start with it with a little bit of tension. Now, from here now, I'm only going to do 20 reps max. Now, I probably could do 30, possibly 40, and I normally do, but I don't want to drag this video out. You just watching me doing 40 reps. How boring would that be? Okay. Oh, how long is it going to be? So I'm just going to do 50 to 20 just to show you how to do the exercise. Okay, let's get started. So from here, you're coming back, elbows slightly down. You don't want to have them up too high. 1, because you might hurt the shoulder, and 2, because the resistance band will flip off your back and smack you in the back of the head. Bam! Then what you want to do is take them out a little bit so that the arm's at a right angle. What you don't want to do is just push forward with your arms straight like this. Okay, yes, it'll work the chest, but you're involving way too much tricep. Okay, what you want to do is take the arms out, and as you come in, okay, you're coming around like that and coming back out. Around to the center and back out. Okay, let's carry on with this. I've started, so now I'll finish. Also, what I like to do, is as I come out and I come here, I like to squeeze the muscle. So as I come out, I'm using a semicircular motion and I come out and squeeze. And then back and then squeeze that chest. Ooh. And you'll find if you squeeze the chest as you're doing this, you probably won't be able to do as many reps. I'm not counting. I've lost count. I have no idea how many I've done. I just go until I feel like I'm going to keep going. Squeeze! 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 I don't know if that's 20. I'll do one more. I don't even know. Okay, so chest, tick, done. Next, we want to do the back. Now you're going, how do I do the back without an attachment? Well, you stick it around your feet. Duh. Okay. And again, I keep the same hand position, hands there, hook it over, and then you stick it under your feet. Okay. So you pop it there like this, there like that. Now, depending how much resistance you want, if I take the feet in a little bit, I'm going to get less resistance. If I take them out, I'm stretching the band a little bit more. I like to do it just about that height, maybe a little bit that width, okay? And from here, what I'm doing is coming up, I'm pulling there up to the top, okay? And as I'm coming up, what I want to be doing is squeezing those shoulder blades together, okay? So I come up, squeeze, and you pause for a split second at the top, hold that squeeze and squeeze, and then back down. Come up, squeeze. Okay. Let's get going. Let's remember to count this time. There we go. Okay. Also, make sure when you're doing this, don't round off your back. No! It can hurt your back. So you just bend the legs, you push your bum out, keep your back straight, look forward, and you're coming up here, okay? And come up, squeeze. That's 10. See how boring it is just watching me? 11. And one more. Squeeze. Whew, it's quite a warm day today, so I'm going to just open the window. No, the trouble is if I open the window, you all the birds going, so I'm just going to suffer through it. Oh, I'm going to open the window so badly. I'm going to be a warrior though, go for the pain barrier or the heat barrier and carry on. But I will have a drink. Okay. So let's do the guns, okay? Now, I'm lucky enough to have 2 of these because I bought 2 sets months apart, but I thought it'd be easy if I had 2 sets. So if you haven't got 2 sets, you can either do it one at a time, pop your foot there and do this. Or if you want to make it harder, you just pop the one band underneath here. Oh, and make sure as well when you're doing this and you've got them under your feet, make sure they're the same length, okay? Otherwise you're going to have one arm bigger than the other. And then from there then, what you're doing, I'm coming up, okay? And just there like that. And that makes it a little bit harder. And again, this is quite important, I think so anyway. As you come up, you squeeze as if you're tensing that bicep at the top. And then down. Squeeze. A squeeze at the top makes hell of a difference. Ooh. Oh, feels good. Oh, pump those guns. I'll just do one more. I've lost count again. But here's the thing with counting. Sometimes counting can ruin your progress. And you're like, what? And I tell you why. Because if you get in your mind, I'm going to do 1 set, 2 set or 3 sets of 10. So your goal is to get to 10, right? So you get to 10, 9, 10. Done my 10 reps. Bam, I'm going to be massive. Okay. Well, realistically, no, because a lot of people don't know about either getting to or actually achieving failure. So if you get to 10 and you go 10, I could do 11. Actually, I could do 12 or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right, now that's better. So that 10 reps was a pile of poop. Okay, you didn't reach a rep shy or achieved failure. So you either have to put the weight up a little bit or do more reps to achieve that failure, or near as 1 or 2 reps shy of failure, around about there. Okay, so remember, it's good to count so you can measure your progress, but make sure if you whatever rep range you're trying to get to, whether it be 10, 15 or 20, make sure you're getting close to failure on that last rep. Remember that. Anyway, where was I? Oh, triceps. Now again, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have 2 of these bands, but if you haven't got 2, you just do one arm at a time. Okay, so you pop them on the floor like this, and then you put your foot on like that. Sometimes it's not easy. Okay, and make sure you've got the same, pretty much near enough the same length of band protruding out from under your feet, and that is the same length. Okay, pretty standard really. Just want to make sure that both sides are working equally. And then what you do, then you bring it up here, palms of your hand, take the arms behind you, okay? Hold the stomach in, and what you're doing is squeeze into the top. Now I'm finding that a little bit easy, so what I'm going to do to increase the resistance, I'm going to just bring these bands in a little bit, okay? Again, it's not particularly easy. And again, if you got one band, just do one side at a time. So I'm going to just make sure they're the same length. No, they're not. There they are, right. So what I've done, I just put more of the band under my foot to make the resistance a little bit harder. There we go. That's better. Right. And again, like I said before in all the other exercises, when you come to the top, squeeze that tricep. Now I could do more. I haven't gone to failure there, but again, I don't want to be boring and watch me just carrying out reps for ages. So I probably would have gone on to do 20 to 25 possibly. That's where I feel I could have gone. But here we are. I'm just doing it to show you. Okay, I've made a schoolboy error. As I was doing it, I was thinking, Mart, you haven't done shoulders. Duh. Now, so the problem is now I've just done triceps. So I should have done the shoulders before the biceps, okay? To give my triceps a rest, because when you do a shoulder press, you're involving the triceps. So you don't want your triceps to fail before your shoulders do. So ideally, I don't want to go straight into shoulder press. So I'm just going to do some legs. I'll probably be knacking after it, okay? And then I'll do some shoulders after that, because I want to give my triceps a bit of a rest. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, so very simply, you pop this under your foot, about shoulder width apart. Okay, there, and let's see if I can get, again, I get them around my wrist and twist it. So I've got some tension to start now. Okay, so there's my starting position. I don't want to have them, again, loose and floppy. I want to have a little bit of tension when I start. If you still can't get tension, just take the legs slightly wider, and you've got to find a comfortable position for yourself because everyone's anatomy is slightly different. But a rule of thumb, you should shoulder width apart. Okay, don't come any lower than parallel, with your thigh parallel to the floor, and feet slightly facing outwards. But again, depends on you, whatever you're more comfortable. And it's very important to keep your back nice and straight. Again, don't round your back off. So I'm almost sitting down in my stance here and then pulling up. Oh, that's it. Oh, I'm going to do one more. Jesus, this is quite hard. Then what I'm going to do now, which I love doing, is come down to parallel. Okay, keep your back nice and straight, and just move. Oh my God! Oh, the lactic acid buildup was insane. I was going to try and do 10 little mini squats parallel, but the burn was so bad, I couldn't do it. Oh, that's probably because I'm still recovering from my workout the day before yesterday. Oh, wow. So what you do, when you finish your squat, you stay in the lower position and just move yourself, do mini squats about sort of 5 to 10 centimeters distance. What's that? About 2 to 4 inches, is that about right? Yeah, 2 to 4 inches. And as you can see, I'm quite out of breath. And you should be after legs. If you're not, you ain't doing it hard enough. Because the glutes and the thighs, they're big muscles. They require a lot of oxygen. And as soon as you finish, they've used the anaerobic system. So now they have to replenish it, get the blood there, replenish all the nutrients. So they have to get a lot of oxygen. So now my body is paying back that oxygen deficit. Okay, and that's why I'm like, oh. So give me a sec to recover, and I'll be back after this short break. Right, I'm back and recovered. Got my wife to do a little bit of CPR on me, but I'm fine now. Okay. Anyway, so shoulders. Right, and again, what you do with these, very similar to if you're doing the triceps. You put your foot over them and over there, and then you put it in out, and then you shake it all about. Okay, boo. Right, so you put your foot over, and again, make sure that they're level with each other. Let's get that a bit better. Okay. Make sure that they're the same height. No, they're not. Just extend that a little bit. Nope. So it can be a bit fiddly, but you just want to make sure that they're the right height, exactly the identical height there. Okay, and what you're doing, you come in here, putting them behind yourself, putting the band across your palm here. Now I will say that if you're using bands for the first time, you may feel them dig into your hand a little bit. If you do feel that, just get some weightlifting gloves. Put any gloves on if you want. You can put your gloves you use in the winter, whatever. But it will save it digging into you. I'm a bit used to them now, so I'm hardcore. Ooh, yeah, come on. Okay. Now from here now, and the same mistake which a lot of people make with the chest press, they make with the shoulder press. They just go straight up like this. Okay? No! I find it far better to come out a little bit, not too wide. Again, look at my arms, they're at a right angle. Okay, hands are about chin height. Don't need to go any lower than that. And what I'm doing, I'm coming up and arcing into the center above my head, just in front. Okay, so I don't want the hands behind. I want them slightly to the front of my face and coming up just there and arcing into the center and coming back out. And that way you tend to hit the delts more than the triceps. If you just go straight up, it becomes more of a tricep. The shoulders do work, but you're using too much tricep, not enough delt. Okay, so out to the side, arms at a right angle, coming into the center just above your head in front. Okay, and again, look at my elbows. My elbows are slightly in front here. They're not out to the side. Again, stay safe. Bring them to the front a little bit, the elbows. Okay, so you're not going to damage that shoulder joint. Okay, start. Into the center and out. And already I can feel my delts going, hang on a sec. And I'm not using a heavy resistance, because what I'm doing now, I'm putting all the resistance of the band onto my delts, not onto my triceps. Oh, yes. Oh. I love this feeling. Oh, I can feel that burning now. Oh, lovely. Oh, yes, please. I've lost count again. 200, 201, 202, one more, 203. You know, that's what you do when you see someone you're attracted to in the gym. Little tip for you there. Any road. Okay, that's the end of the workout. There you go. Okay, that's all the major muscle groups worked. Back, biceps, triceps, chest, and legs and shoulders. So you've hit all the major body parts there. Using most, apart from the biceps and triceps, which are isolation exercises, or single joint. The rest of them are multi-joint or compound exercises. And that's the ones you should main focus on, okay? Now, if you're just starting out, you can leave it there, job done. So you can do it another way where you do 3 sets of each exercise. My preferred method is do them like a circuit. So do them one after another. So you're working the heart a little bit as well. So by doing them one after another with no rest breaks, so chest, back, shoulders, legs, biceps, triceps, bam, 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 bam. And you get more of a sweat on, more of a cardio workout as well as building muscle. So I do like that. If you don't want to get a cardio workout, just do 3 sets of. Now, if you do it like a circuit, you can do 1 circuit and you're done. Okay, but if you feel like that's not enough, just rest for a minute or 2 and do another circuit. And if you feel that's not enough, rest for a minute or 2 and do another circuit. I wouldn't do any more than 3. 3 is more than enough. But if you're just starting out, just stick to 1. It's absolutely fine. Anyway, if you got this far, give it a like. And what? You haven't subscribed? What is this world coming to? Oh my God. Subscribe. Come on, sort it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.